Hey everyone, I'm King. Welcome back to KingSpade channel. So I've tried the Rogue. When it first revealed that the Rogue can use the Longbow, I was so excited. Finally, there is other job class that the Ranger can change class to and still can use the bow weapon. Actually, I was already excited when the Rogue job class was announced to be released because I know they can use the bow weapon. At that time, it really didn't matter for me whether it can use the Longbow or the short bow. I was excited mostly for the skills that they will have. Now that the Rogue is finally available in the game, I just want to try it. So I changed job to the Rogue. In this video, I'm going to show more to the Longbow type Rogue playstyle and skill. I did try the dagger on Rogue, but that will be a separate video. So transitioning from Longbow Ranger to the Longbow Rogue is not that hard. Basically, I can just reuse all of my equipment, but players soon realize that the Longbow Rogue main attribute is strength. Yep, you heard that right. Although the Rogue can use the Longbow weapon, it is still a class from the Thief job class branch, which benefit from the main stat attribute strength. And because of that, players who are switching and trying out the Rogue job class, especially from the Ranger, are so disappointed, me included. Players who are using the Blue Dex accessories find that they have significantly low physical attack. Upon trying out the Rogue, they felt that they do not deal as much damage and switching back to the Ranger. Me, on the other hand, I thought that for me it might work because I'm not using the Blue Dex accessories. I'm using the level 50 white accessories, which have the physical penetration and physical damage bonus stat. So I thought I at least will not suffer a lot of physical attack stat and physical damage reduction. So I decided to test it nonetheless. And because my previous build on my Ranger is a Longbow Dex penetration build, I'm going to use that same approach for the Longbow Rogue too. After equipping all of my equipment, I have only 14,000 physical attack. Because the Rogue benefit from the strength stat, I max out the strength attribute at the main stat, and the rest of the stat points I put it on Dex. And with this, I only have 162 strength and 620 Dex stat. The low Dex stat is because I do not use the blue accessories. For reference, these are my stats. Next, let's look at the Rogue skill. They might have some passive skill that can boost the stat further. Now for this video, I am just going to go through for the Longbow skill only. I will not go through the dagger skill. First, let's look at the thief skill. There are not much skills to get here. I get the improved dodge skill. This skill increases the final dodge and movement speed by 10%. Dodging attack will also increase attack by 10%. I don't really need the hiding skill. I think it is more suited to be used in PvP. But some of the later skill will benefit from hiding, so you might want this skill. For me, I am not going to use this skill, and I'm going to tell you later why. Same goes with the enchant poison skill. This skill will apply poison to the weapon. Attacking the target will give extra poison physical damage. For me, I'm not going to use this skill either. I'll explain later. Next, the Rogue skill. First, we have the deep skill. This skill will change your weapon element to poison attribute, and every attack have 8% chance to give you the deep stack. It can be stacked up to 10 layers. Each stack will increase the poison attribute enhancement by 1%. At level 5, the ranged toxic attack skill will be unlocked. This skill does not have a high base damage, to be honest, but it can potentially deal a lot of damage. Part of this skill damage is affected by how many deep stack you have. Casting the skill with deep stack will deal a splash damage to the target surrounding 4 meters. Let me show you. This is the skill damage without the deep stack. This is the skill damage with maximum 10 deep stacks. The damage is increased a lot. Now this skill works a little different. At level 1, it has 21 second fixed cooldown. At max level, the skill fixed cooldown is 3 seconds. The fixed cooldown becomes shorter as the skill level is increased. Usually, low skill fixed cooldown is a good thing, but not for this skill. When the skill is used, it will reset the deep stack to 0. So imagine using the skill at max level The skill will be casted every 3 seconds. In 3 seconds, you can't stack a lot of the deep stack, so the damage is actually lower. What you need to do is to set the skill level at about the right timing for 10 deep stacks. How to know how long you can stack 10 deep layers? You need to test your attack and adjust accordingly. Next, if you are a crit build, you definitely want the evoke skill. This skill increases physical penetration when equipped with dagger, and increase crit and crit damage bonus when equipped with longbow. I am not a crit build, so this skill will not be useful for my build, but I need the skill that it can unlock. At level 5, the assault skill can be used. This skill can be used by the dagger and longbow weapon, and what's good about this skill is that its attack range or distance is affected by the vulture's eye skill. Vulture's eye skill increases the attack range of normal attack and longbow skill, and the assault skill is also included. With vulture's eye skill at max level, the assault skill can be casted at 8 meters distance. This skill also has a very short fixed cooldown at only 2 seconds. Next, we need the vulture's eye skill. At max level, it will increase the normal attack and longbow skill attack distance by 4 meters. This skill is similar to the archer vulture's eye skill, but without the physical damage bonus buff and penalty. Next, the double strafe skill. This skill deals 2 times damage to the target, also similar to the archer's double strafe skill, but with higher skill damage. At level 5, the repeated shot skill will be unlocked. This skill makes the normal attack to have 8% chance to trigger the double strafe skill. This will be like the hunter's shadow equipment double strafe skill. It has the chance to trigger the double strafe skill with just normal attack. And that's it for the rogue longbow skill. Move on to the stalker skill. First, we have the triangle slot. Is it called triangle slot or triangle shot? I prefer the name to be triple shot, right? Because this skill deals 3 times damage. Next, this skill. It shows here the skill name is intimidate, which have the same name with this skill here. But I think this skill should be the plagiarism skill, because this skill can copy any active damaging skill. But so far, using this skill, I can only copy few skills from the other job class. The same skills are being copied over and over again, which makes me wonder if there are only limited skills that can be copied from each job class. And this skill is still bugged. You can't put it at the skill shortcut slot like usual. The skill just happened to be equipped at the skill slot after I restart the game. Depends on the situation or monster that you are farming, you want to copy different type of skill. For me, I copy the mechanic spinning axe skill for farming Asta. The spinning axe skill deal a AoE damage, so it can help me kill Asta faster. At level 5, the filch skill will be activated. This skill increases the best EXP, job EXP, and also Zenny gain from killing monsters. Next, Gangster's Paradise. This skill increases the physical attack by 30% and also have a chance to slow the target. Next, Bone Rotting Arrow skill. This is like the Arrow Shower and Vulcan Arrow skill. It rains down arrows in 4 meters radius and deal damage at the target in that area and slow them by 50%. At level 5, the Poison Death Arrow skill will be unlocked. This skill has a chance to add deep stack when using or triggering the double shot skill, and also when using triangle slot skill. This skill now allows you to add the deep stack faster, so you can use the ranged toxic attack skill more often with lower fixed cooldown. And lastly, the Shadow Chaser skill. The only useful skill for longbow for Shadow Chaser is the Shadow Spell skill. Shadow Spell skill makes your normal attack, double strafe, and triangle slot skill deal 30% splash damage to the target surrounding for 4 seconds. Phantom Rage skill will force change the weapon element to ghost attribute when using hiding skill. So as long as I don't use hiding skill, my weapon element will not change to ghost element. The other skills are all for PvP, and most of them are for dagger weapon. Now let's see how it looks like on the field. The skills level are adjusted so that the skill variable cooldown is 0. And depending on the monster that you are farming at, you may want to use only certain skill. For now, I can easily kill small size monster around the same level as my rogue. It is harder to kill medium size and large size monster as I don't have the damage to kill them fast enough. Now this is why I don't use the poison enchant skill. Because I switched from ranger job class, my ranger is built to have fire element attribute. I have 6 phenomena fire cards slotted at the accessories and talisman. I have a total of 110% fire enhanced damage. Ideally, the rogue is supposed to benefit from the poison element. If I use the poison enchant skill, the deep passive skill will automatically change the weapon element to poison attribute. But I feel that it is a waste if I'm not going to use the fire damage that I already have. So I use the fire converter instead to change my weapon element to fire attribute and utilize the fire enhance that I have to get more damage. Initially, I plan to copy the Knight Magnum Break skill. The Magnum Break skill deals damage to the surrounding target and change the weapon to fire attribute, which I thought will be a active damaging skill, but I can't seem to copy it using the plagiarism or the intimidate skill. Maybe it is not in the copy list skill. For shadow equipment, I haven't activated the shadow equipment yet, but I am surprised that now it is easier to activate the shadow equipment. You can definitely activate the shadow equipment in 2 or 3 days if you really want to do it. Alright, that is how I build my Longbow Rogue. The Longbow Rogue main attribute is strength, and its playstyle is mainly crit build. All of the Longbow skill can be crit, and dealing crit damage will have certain benefit, like reduce hiding skill cooldown. So if you want to use and play the Longbow Rogue, you can essentially build it like a crit hunter, but instead of dex, get the strength stat instead. You can just copy all of the hunter equipment, like using blue strength accessories and white crit talisman. If you play it from the start, you want to have poison attribute for rogue, like the assassin. So for the enchant and card, you can refer to the assassin build. Final thought, I think that the Longbow Rogue can deal high damage if you build it right. But for now, my ranger deals more damage than the rogue. Alright, that's it for this video. This time video shout out goes to... Thank you for always supporting me and this channel. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up and hit the subscribe button. And also don't forget to turn on the notification bell so you will be notified whenever I upload a new video. Thanks for watching and I'll see you in the next video. And as always, happy playing. Bye bye.